Hi everyone, it's Deborah and today I'm doing a challenge for Paper Possibility Crazy Crafters Facebook group that I'm on. And this challenge is to use a folder that comes when you purchase these envelope and card sets. It's quite large, this one, and it was purchased from an op shop, so I don't think I paid that much for it, but anyway, it had lots of beautiful cards in it and envelopes, so this is what I'm using. I also have pulled out some dress patterns. I have quite a few of these at the moment and I need to probably reduce the quantity, so this is a good opportunity to do that as well. What I thought I will do is I'll take some of the pattern itself, the actual book, and cut some stuff out and do some of these images on the front of the box. At least that's the plan at the moment. I've also got some paper from the book out because it is very large, and I want to put some of this down because I think this is going to be the right size, which it is. Now I don't want any of these things showing, so I'm going to cover it up with some paper, and then I'm going to stick some of the dress pattern stuff on top of that and just work out what I'm going to do. I think this would be quite good if you had a journal that you slipped into it, so maybe that's something I'll have a look at as well. It's very squeaky because of the plasticky cover on it. I'll just put this, so I want this to go so that it's actually just on here, and you can see it's got this pink inside as well. I think that has to go. I'm not sure I want that on there. Yep, I'll do the inside too, I think. And certainly I will do the outside as well. This challenge was set by Susanna Easdale. She's one of the people in the group, one of the moderators, as am I. And we have quite a few challenges. I've got one going on at the moment. I did my videos for those at the beginning of the month, but you can still join in. So you need to go and find the group on Facebook and then join in from there. I think I'm going to put this down on the side too. Yeah, because I need to cover those edges. I'll probably put something different on the back, on the top spine. But in terms of this, I think I'll put this up here. It's quite hard to work with because it's a bit big. I think you can get smaller ones of these, but this just was the one that I found in the op shop. I really don't come across them that often. I don't know what it's like in your op shop, but I've got several op shops that I go to, and I always look for these stationery sets and I can never find them. So I think I've only ever found two in the whole time that I've been looking for things like this in op shops. So I might have to try and go to some different ones in different locations to try and find them. Or maybe they're just hard to find. I really don't know. So I'll continue with the outside, putting this one down. Because I want to retain this cut through here, I'll put some glue on either side of that so that the paper will stick down onto that, and therefore I can retain it when I cut it out on the other side. And then this cut through here is what I want to maintain. I'll just put my craft knife in the gap and cut through. And hopefully that's come out the other side. so that when I put this together and I use it, that will fit nicely in there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And now for the centre. I also need to trim these edges off that I stuck on before. I'm using this pattern on the inside. I thought that might be quite good. We don't have to put it all the way down like that. Let me see. Now, if you didn't want to put this box back together, I just thought that you could actually make this into a lap book rather than having it as a box. In fact, I might do that. I think that would be better because, you know, if it's a box, you can only put so much in it, whereas if it's got pages and things in it, you can use it as a lap book. I'm going to cut this around, but first of all, I need to cut that slit again. I can get my knife in here and recut this on the back side. Bit of washi there, get rid of that. And make sure that this is all the way through. Okay, because I've had a change of heart and I'm now using this as a lap book and not putting it back together as a box, which for me I think is a much better use of it, I will cut these off. So what I've done is I've decided to use this as a lap book instead. So I'm cutting away the pieces I don't need anymore. So it's not going to be a box now, so I don't need the pieces to fold it up like a box. I'm going to make it into a lap book, and that is going to be the closure in there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, just have to fix this bit, I think. Right, much better. This needs to come off here. I'm happy to retain some of the edges on here so that you've got a reminder that it wasn't always this, that it actually was a box that contained cards and letters. So I'm just running the washi down on the outside, and I want to turn this one around this way so it's the opposite. Hopefully I've got enough of this washi left. That's fine. Now this is a bit of a hodgepodge because this was all going to be inside, so I wasn't too worried about this, and now it's not, so I need to think about what I'm going to do with this piece. I guess I could just leave it, embrace the washi and the mess that I've got in here, or I could cover it. I guess it will be covered when I put some pages in. This is going to be covered. And I think, yeah, okay, I've got some ideas. All right. I need to leave this free, so I've got the slit in there in order to tuck this into the book. Now that's not cut all the way through, so I just have to cut that. Okay. First of all, I'm going to decorate this front cover with those dolls. So I'll take the rest of the pages where I cut these out. Well, not dolls, but they're little people. I think this pattern's quite old simply because it says that it costs 60 cents, and it's been a long time since pattern in Australia cost 60 cents, let me tell you. They're very expensive now actually. If you go and look for a new pattern, they're actually quite expensive compared, or maybe it's just because things have gone up and I haven't bought one for so long. But I didn't think that they were that much when I was sewing. I always made sure when I bought a pattern that I could get multiple uses out of it. Something, you know, most patterns have different options that you can do. You know, if you've got a, maybe you had a dress pattern where you could also, you know, make a skirt or something like that, or it might have had a jacket and a skirt, or a jacket and a dress or something. But I always made sure that my patterns were versatile and I got a lot of use out of them. I don't think I need to cut that round anymore because I've really got the, you know, the background. I might just cut through here. So I can see some of the writing. I don't want to cover up all of the font, the text. I'm going to put that little girl in there though. Right. This girl's going to go on the cover as well. I wanted something smaller that I can put, and she's got a little doll. I just have to be careful. I don't want the arm, I just want the doll. Let's see. I thought I could put something down here. Yep, I'll put her down there. I know they're not all on the same surface, these people. They're standing at different heights. But it's just going to have to do. I don't want her right over the top of that girl. Maybe there, I can put her there. Yep. Now, I've realised that this is upside down, so I need to put another piece over the top. And because it was a box, I didn't care. But now it's not a box, I need to get another piece of this paper and put it over the top. I could take this off, but I think it's just quicker just to stick another layer. And then I'm going to put some tissue down on top of it. This is just decorative, make it look a bit prettier. And I want to put a bit more on. Actually, I probably could just use this section that I had then. bit up the top here. Again, I need to find something that's got some writing, some interest on it. Let's tear a little bit off here. That's better. And this little bit of zipper, I might put, I want to put that. I might put this down here. Yep. A little bit of zipper will look nice down here, I think. Okay, I need to let that dry now. It's quite damp. And meanwhile, I'll prep some papers for the inside. So this has turned out to be, it must be 11 inches, is it? Yeah, it's 11 inches. And then it's going to be, papers need to be about 7 inches wide. So I have to go away and figure out what I'm going to put in here. So what I've decided to do, because it's not quite dry yet, but I'll have to do, is I've taken a whole heap of the tea-dyed papers that I did on the weekend, and I have folded them because they are wider than the 7 inches. I didn't want to cut them off, so I have just folded them at all different places. So as you're going through, you're getting different lengths of paper on this side. So like that. And I'm going to stitch them in here. And I'm hoping that that's going to create quite a nice book. And it's going to just be really plain at the moment, but when I start adding things in as I'm using it, then it won't be. I think this is really a good idea for this. So I need my pokey tool, and I have some thread. Now I'm going to start by poking this in the center. This is quite big, so I'm going to measure. So the pages are about 10.5, so around 5 1/4. That's where I want to be. And then in the center of this piece here. So I'll come up in the center of that spine. And let's pull all this tight. It's important that it stay tight. got those papers in there, and you've got these bits here to write on. And this is all the lovely tea-dyed papers that I did. I did hundreds of them on the weekend. I had a real production line going. Sitting next to the oven for about 3 hours to get them all done, but it was worth it, rather than just doing 1 or 2 at a time. And this one tucks in there. She's going to bend a little bit, but I think that's fairly good as a first cut. And I might put some more decoration on it later. Like, as you probably have guessed by now, I don't feel the need that I have to finish everything in one session. I've got quite a few papers in there, and I will add to it as I go through it and pick it up again another day. But for now, I think that that's a really good use of one of those boxes you get when you buy the stationery sets. So that's fine. I'm glad I did that challenge. Thank you very much to Susanna for setting the challenge, and I'll put a photo up on the Facebook group shortly. This is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.